Hello, 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 everyone. We have Riana Malia here with us. She is a transformational coach and an evolved NLP practitioner. And we are so excited to hear more about you, your journey with Avalon, and all of the greatness that you're bringing into the world today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. So excited.
So excited. So I would love to just jump right in and love for you to share who are you and what is the work that you are doing in the world today?
Yes. So I'm a mama. First and foremost, I'm a mama and a wife and a daughter and a sister and a friend and a coach. And the work that I do in the world today. So I love, I help people who are stuck. So specifically, I tend to work with women who are kind of in the prime of their life, but they've been successful. A lot of them are post-divorce, but they know that they're meant for more and they're kind of in this space of just surviving, and there's also some old stuff, right? There's pain, there's stuff that they're hanging on to, that I love to be able to help them get rid of that, create the new, and step into the life that they were meant to live.
I love that. I love that. I love the prime. Like that just makes me so excited. So, knowing that this is the work that you're doing in the world, I'm curious to know, how did you find Avalon and why? Why Avalon?
I was scrolling through Instagram and all of a sudden something popped up and there's Laura and Kelly and talking about something and led me into a video, and I was just completely drawn by the things that they were sharing, because it's such a different conversation than, traditional coaching training.
I love that. And when you say like traditional coaching training, what do you mean about, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's something so special about, the values and the beliefs and the structure of the Avalon work. It's so different. So
Mm.
oftentimes people will say, okay, well, are you a life coach? Well, yes, but no. So the work that we do is so special. If you think about our brain, 10% of our brain is our conscious brain, right? It's the things that we know, it's our goal setter, it's all the things that get us through our day. The rest of us is the unconscious. So that's the 90%. So if the conscious is our goal setter, the unconscious mind is our goal getter. It's the general, it's the operating system, and it really is the literal library of every experience we've ever had. So to be able to tap into that and to be able to do work with people and access all that other 90% to be able to get them the results in such a shorter amount of time without going back into the drama and the story and the pain is such a powerful gift. So when I saw the Avalon concept and what Avalon is all about, it was an instant yes for me, for my
Mhm.
heart, because it just made so much sense. Because
Mm.
yes, helping people as a coach, that's pretty much a given as a mission, right? We all want to help people, but helping people like with an inspirational quote or another like rah rah, let me help you, support your accountability goals, fine, but that's not the real, right? That's not the
Mm.
underneath. That's not what's going to ever create a life-changing transformation.
Mm.
And the work that Avalon does and teaches gives you a framework and literally a curriculum that you get to go out into the world and change lives.
Mm.
And not only do you get to go out in the world and change lives, but the amazing thing about going through the Avalon process is you get to do work yourself in the
Mhm.
process.
Mm. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. That is so powerful. What did that do for you in terms of your confidence and your journey to becoming and starting your practice as a coach?
So yes, so having that support and having that structure, and I mean, everything's there, right? So there's all the content, but as you're going through it, then you have that access to process it and ask questions, and it makes such a difference in
Mm.
the understanding, because it's a lot, as you can imagine. And what I would say to somebody when you're considering, like, okay, I want to coach, this is what I want to do in my life, really consider what's going to make you unique in this world. And
Mm.
there are a gazillion coaches. And let me tell
Mhm.
you, there are very few people that do the work that we do, and it's special and it's important and it's life changing in a different level.
Mm.
It's just not more of the same. And that
Mhm.
was so important for me when I was looking for that next level up of what I wanted to really focus on in my work and my intention.
I love that so much. Yeah, I really love that. So, what would you say is the most valuable thing you've received so far from your Avalon journey specifically?
Um, the tools. I mean,
Mm,
and what could be more powerful than the tools? Because not only do I use them every day in my own life,
mhm,
and just having access to that
mm,
information and the mastery of communication and being able to meet
mm,
people where they are and really understand that in a different way. And then also absolute knowing that
mm,
when you have a conversation with somebody and you can see, like, you become very, very good at seeing what's behind and underneath. And
mm,
you know in your heart that regardless of all the things that they've already done, that
mm,
you can help them in a way that nobody else probably can
mm,
is extraordinary.
mm. I love that. And so, when you say the tools, what do you mean by the tools? Can you tell us more about, after graduation, what happened? Were you feeling confident and ready? Did you have everything you needed to kind of just go out there and start saying, this is who I am and this is what I do? What do you mean by tools?
We go into things that are, like our magical realm of quantum work, like quantum time
Mm,
release, where you get to release the charge of however many decades you've been on this earth, of what's held in our body, of all the buildup, of all the negative
mm,
emotions, and being able to release that and watch somebody transform just from that experience of being lighter and knowing that going forward. And of course, as humans, we're going to have those emotions again, of
mm,
course. But if you imagine like just all the built up charge is gone, and
right.
then they get to have a different possibility that didn't exist before.
Mm. Yeah, beautiful. And yeah, so that sounds like a lot of impact in the world of what you're doing to be able to help someone to that extent and that capacity. What would you say has been the most valuable piece of information to really help launch your business so that you can reach the clients and be able to really create a business for yourself?
So part of the Avalon curriculum and part of what Avalon provides is this framework for this incredible program called Awaken Your True Self.
Mm,
And it's basically a done for you transformational program.
mm,
And it's a lot of material. So it was designed as a 2-day program.
mhm,
And so coming out of graduation, I was super committed to take that and take that out into the world. And so I did an in person AYTS shortly
mm,
after graduation here in the Bay Area, and it was
mm,
magical. We had 12
mm,
people. We had people that walked in that room from all walks of life, from all over the Bay Area, different situations, different stuff going on. So
wow.
it was magical to watch what happened between when they walked in the door Saturday morning and they left on Sunday afternoon. So having that piece that basically is created for you. I mean, the entire program is
Mm,
laid out, and you have the tools, and you have slide. I mean, you have everything that's ready for you to be able to take that out and change the world.
mm,
And I've since done a second one in a virtual space
mm,
just recently, just a few weeks ago. So this time, because it was virtual, we had a dozen women from all over the country coming into that space together
mm,
and having experiences that they would then leave that weekend with a
mm.
completely different perspective.
Ooh. Incredible, incredible, incredible. I love it so much. I love it so much. So it really sounds like you have been able to utilize the tool and that done for you program to really, support your offerings and your experience to be able to reach the people that you want to reach and make that impact. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And I know you've probably shared this, but what's your why? Like, why do you do this work?
Why do I do this work? I do this work because it is my mission. So my tagline is your very best life. And it really is my mission to whatever that looks like for you. It is my mission to help people figure that out and actually live their very best life. Like I've been there. I've been in the post divorce yuck. I've been in situations where businesses have failed and I've had to pivot and figure it out. I've been where I was like, I just don't know what's next. And that stuck feeling. And here's the thing, I am a magnet for miracles, and I love to be able to teach people how to be the same. And I love to be able to help people step out of what has been and into the life that they were meant to live. So that's why I do what I do.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much. So now hearing your why and hearing, where this is all coming from, I'd love for you to share with us what's something you have that's coming up that's super exciting, and tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So in my practice, like I said, I work with a lot of women in a lot of different areas, but I'm really excited about a program that I've just put together really specifically, which is for the successful woman in the prime of her life who is post-divorce. And so in putting together this program, which I'm really excited for, I'm launching that. But I've also created a resource that I love to give away just as my gift to anybody who finds themselves in that space where it's maybe been a while since you really put yourself first. So I created a journal called Falling in Love with Myself Again. And there's a link in my bio in all my socials. My socials are just at Riana Malia. And there's a link in my bio which will take you, and there's several resources that I've created. But specifically, this is going to be me guiding you with daily prompts and daily exercises to really get clear about remembering who you are and doing the work to fall in love with yourself again. And I think so many of us, post-divorce or not, in relationship, not in relationship, doesn't matter. But so many women find themselves in a position where they've kind of forgotten who they are, or they've raised their kids and life is so different, or, just things change, or they've been married for a long time and now all of a sudden they aren't. And we need a way to fall in love with ourselves again. And it's hard to just do on your own. So I created this journal so that you have this resource and this guide to every single day do that work. And on the other side of that, really come back to being in love with you again.
I love that so much. Thank you so much for sharing all of this with us and sharing your journey and how Avalon has helped you get to this place where you get to help women fall in love with themselves again. That just makes me so happy to hear. And we appreciate you sharing, and thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. And thanks so much for having me.